Shalom, shalom. Oh, December. I was getting ready to say November. December 2nd, 2021. This is Revelation chapter 8. I know it's been a minute. I've been saying I'm gonna get to it. But things been unfolding, and I'm trying to keep my eyes on the state affairs of the world. Right quick, let me give you this, because a lot of people are in a doom and fear loop. You know, they're fearful, they have anxiety. um you're going through these things. This is why you must be baptized with the Holy Spirit. This is why you should be asking for the Holy Spirit. If you've been baptized in the water, you should be reading the red words of Christ and asking for the Holy Spirit. Why? Because you need the comforter. Okay, you need the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is a comforter. This is in John chapter 14, verse 26. But the Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things, and bring all things to your remembrance, whatsoever I have said unto you. Because the things that Christ has already said, right, is being translated now through the Holy Spirit. Okay? So that you can be reminded. So when things come up, plagues, lies, secret things that you see that's coming out of the government, when these things come up, you will not be troubled. You will have peace. Okay? And that's why I want to go John chapter 14, verse 27. Peace I leave with you. My peace, okay, I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Don't be troubled. Don't be dismayed. Don't be afraid of what's going on. Now, being not being troubled, not being afraid, doesn't mean that you're not supposed to do something to prepare, to um using your wisdom. And we in the cycle of wisdom and knowledge. Okay, using your knowledge and your wisdom to help along the things that you need to happen in your life. Okay, you right now the government is and I'm gonna get to Revelation chapter 8. Right now the government is broke. Okay, the governments around the world are broke. They have too much debt. Okay, but there are programs that they're putting in place, and this is why you have to get the wisdom and the knowledge so that you can overcome getting out of debt, using these state programs that they have, finding out what the state programs are that they have, so that you can get the help that you need. They cannot deny you a benefit. Okay, they cannot deny you a benefit. You can always accept or deny a benefit, but they cannot deny you a benefit. If that benefit door is closed, you have to press in. You may have to press into God so that you will get in that fold. But you got to do something. And sometimes God may close that door, and you may have there's another route that you may have go, or it may not be needed at that time because your faith is being increased. That being said, Revelation chapter 8. Here are the points. First verse. Silence in heaven. 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minute silence. That is a preparation time. Preparation time for what is coming. Okay. This is the seventh seal. Trumpets are signs of alarm of war or calamity or a time to assemble. Okay, you can find that in Leviticus chapter 25, 9 through 10. Um, the golden altar. This is in the holy of holies. This is in your mind. Okay, and the earthly it is your mind. The incense are your prayers. The incense are your prayers, and the fire is what is in your heart. Okay, whether it's burning up your desires, your lust, or is it fueling courage, faith, righteousness, those things that are mingling within the chambers of your heart. The incense is to cover up the odor and the stench of wicked thoughts, actions, and deeds. Okay. Uh, the voice of thunders, lightnings, and earthquakes. The thunder and the lightning. The thunder is judgment. The lightning is the action or the vibration that comes from the judgment or that comes from the voice of the thunder. And the earthquake is the actual moving of situation, things, powers, principles, demons, angels. That's what the earthquake represents, both physically and spiritually. Moving of mountains, moving of islands. Mountains mean kingdoms, islands means thoughts and ideas. Okay. A trumpet also is a threat or a denouncement, and the thunder is also for fear, for ungodlike emotions that are moving through you. That's why we see, and I'm paraphrasing, that when the Israelites was at the foot of Sinai and they heard the thunder and the lightning, they seen the dark cloud, and the earth was shaking, it vibrated through them. God was speaking on them, so that resonated down to the beings and down to the atoms of their bodies. We'll get to that in Revelation chapter 10, where I'll show you those. I'll show you the heavenly angel that is pronouncing the thunders and the lightnings and what that means. That's in Revelation chapter 10. What else we have? Third of the earth, third of the trees and the green grass burned up. I put up the this right here. I don't know if you can really see that real good, so that you can take a look at it. Okay. We are in between the third and the fourth seal. This is the seventh seal. Okay, we're talking about the seventh seal at the end. All right, seventh seal. You don't want to be here without the seal of God. Okay, because this is a moment in time where the destroyer, which is a planet, some people call it Nibiru, some people call it Planet 9 and 7X and all this other stuff. The ancients called it the destroyer. It's a planet that is coming into the atmosphere that's going to push so much on the earth to turn the earth axis that even the stars are going to change. Even the stars are going to change, and you'll see that in the trumpets that the changing of the times is changing, because during this time, well, prior to the seventh seal, during the fifth and sixth seal, during the martyrdom time, which is coming up. All right, I'm expecting this in 2024, because the way how the Pope just finished the Glasgow. He says 7 years, but we don't know until we have the Abraham Accords signed. Once the Abraham Accords is signed, that is when we really know that we are really pushing in the 3.5 years. Okay, during that time of martyrdom, you will be labeled as a terrorist. You already see them. They labeling you as a terrorist and labeling you as anti this, because you won't go along with the program, and it's going to ramp up more and more. Okay, because they're going to want to push a Sunday law, because the calamities are going to be so much that the climate change can't explain it. You know, the judgment is going to be so great that climate change will not be enough to explain it. So they're going to say that if we get back to God, then they will gain some favor, some type of favor with God, and these calamities will lessen. We'll get into that another time. But what I want to say about the trumpets, if you are still here without the seal of God, you getting everything. You're going to experience all of this, because in the sixth seal, the seal of God is bringing in eternity, because there's going to be some people that's going to be still here alive during this time. Okay, that's Revelation chapter 8. I hope that you gain a little bit more knowledge, and you have a blessed and beautiful day. Shalom.